The PNP cannot move the country where we need it to go.
I just saw something at the Gleaner website that made me wonder if I am living in the Twilight Zone or if Damion Crawford knocked his head. Seriously. Crawford was addressing comrades gathered at a PNP conference on Sunday, September 17, 2017. Said the Gleaner, according to Crawford, Jamaica needs to ensure that elected representatives institute policies that would benefit the masses, as was evidenced by PNP leaders over the years. So let me see. In his eyes, PNP leaders over the years instituted policies that benefited not just a few but the masses. This is a UWI graduate, so it is safe to assume that he knows what the word masses means. Their instituted policies benefited the masses, he said. The article continued. He said that the PNP has made significant policy changes to impact the lives of the masses. Wow, there goes that word again. How nice. As a result, Crawford said Jamaicans should know that the most significant power they hold was in their fingertips. He challenged them to vote for the party with a track record of policy changes that impacted the lives of the majority of Jamaicans. Wonderful. Just wonderful. I agree. Could we be talking about something like the recent tax break given to working Jamaicans by increasing the income tax threshold to 1.5 million per annum, or the removal of the requirement to find 5% of the cost of NHD benefits? Because he seriously could not be talking about the track record of the PNP, because he had just stated the track record of his party, as recorded in that Gleaner article. Crawford previously stated the track record of his party. He also said majority of the persons attending the conference did not have health insurance, nor were they graduates of the top performing high schools. 18 and a half years. He spoke about PNP leaders. 3 PNP prime ministers in 18 and a half years in Michael Manley, PJ Patterson and Portia Simpson Miller. The PNP is the only party in Jamaica that governed long enough to see children move from basic school to university, and the track record of which Damion Crawford is proud is that most PNP people gathered at a PNP conference do not have health insurance and did not graduate from top performing high schools.
The one additional point I'd like to add to that, the issue of ideology is about outcome.
Why are they so proud of their track record beats me. And these are supposed to be from the bright young minds of which they boast.
It is seen in the delivery during the 18 years of new schools built, new hospitals built, new community centers built.
They are so proud of community centers and schools, but most PNP people, according to Crawford, did not graduate from top performing schools. I wonder what kind of schools then they built for the masses. You see, there is rhetoric that is spewed at election time, but every now and then, when elections are over, comes a moment of truth.
My deepest regret is that having gone in 1989, where the conditions were terrible, and having left in 2007, I cannot proudly say that the conditions have changed so significantly that I would be content to applaud myself or the team.
That's the PNP record of which Crawford is proud. In Crawford's world, the majority of PNP people do not have health insurance, nor have they graduated from top performing high schools, because the PNP leaders over the years instituted policies that benefit the masses. This would be funny if it weren't so serious.
in tourism. I have a master's in tourism. I lecture tourism. And yet still, because of her class and her color, some people said this lady is more qualified than me. But if you look at potential, the furthest this lady will go is Mrs. Val.
Total peace and love. Total peace and love. I appreciate and I respect Mrs. Vaz. She can be anything she wants to be other than the Member of Parliament for East Portland St. Andrew. And 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 for East Portland St. Andrew.
East Portland don't need me now. But I need East Portland because I'm going to make a piece of name for myself.
Selfish.
We don't practice a politics of dependence. We practice a politics of independence. So every 7th grader, don't come to me for no book voucher, you will get a she-goat. You go and take care of the she-goat. Instead of a 2 grand voucher, every year a she-goat can give you 5 or 6 goats. And 1 rammy is $16,000.
I tell you, sir, he might give you a goat. That is what he will give. So when he give a goat for back to school, how long it going to take that goat? Much less a she-goat to reproduce. And the question I want to ask, who overruled this goat? Don't draw me out tonight. Don't draw me out tonight. Listen to me. All I'm saying to you, you know me. You know my wife who has stood beside me for the last 16 years. We have lived here. I only represent West Portland for 11, you know. So me come here first and live before me represent. Yes. Every night me go in my yard. Yes. I me lie down in my own bed. Yes. Crawford rent a house for 3 months. So if him win, he gone. If him lose, he gone. Because 3 months worth of rent he pay. Run with that.
NP whole East Portland too long. I don't do anything for East Portland and no Crawford. I'm going to tell the young people and boy, I'm going to give them goat. We don't want no goat. We want technology things now, something better than goat. If a 99 and 1 vote for make the 100, Crawford don't have 1 for help himself. So I'm come to East Portland come win. East Portland people are no idiot. He must put in 1 vote to help himself. He should have died 2 years ago. We don't want Crawford, the whole East Portland too long.
Every Friday you're afraid if you answer your phone. Because as she a call about she go trick her man and get her money. And them things they make people look down upon certain community. We have to change that as PNP people. Because it's not just to vote every 5 years. It's a lifestyle. Where you're supposed to can look upon a man and say a PNP that, you know? Or you look upon a woman and say a PNP that. Somehow if you have an orange shoe, you know. Because the lifestyle coming like a dirty labor right.
Disrespectful.
So when John said we never heard it was a trick.
Trickster. Don't get tricked.
You are perceived by many, not least of which the hierarchy of the party, or members within the People's National Party, a bit of a loose cannon. In other words, you just say whatever comes to mind. Is this far-fetched? Are they wrong in their assessment?
Yeah, because a loose cannon can't be consistent. I've always been consistent.
But you're consistently loose.
Number 6, someone cookie from the cookie jar. PNP are moving like a cookie jar party right now. Everybody have named somebody else. What one? Who, me? MP? Who, me? Councillor? Nobody now take up for them responsibility as a member within the party. So when they get to go bush, they put half of the money in your pocket and then I talk about who, me? But if you don't go to the bush, then PNP can't move forward. Because man, I try to pass and say, look how the place push up, PNP, you leave a bush. That is your role in making sure the PNP look better. It's like how my role at PNP have to talk about things. Let me do my things. That's my responsibility. I mean, say anything come my mind and then go like me remember. That's how we do things.
I think the People's National Party have a few persons that seek to direct the party in ways that I am not in agreement with. And so I'm hoping that this action will re-energize those who are of positive outlook and those who are of national outlook to stand against the minority that seek only power. But there are individuals within the party that I don't see fitting. There's about 2 or 3 people in the PNP that I would never vote for. Never vote for. The PNP cannot move the country where we need it to go. At the end of the day, I am still a member of the People's National Party. Still a supporter of the People's National Party. A loose cannon can't be consistent. The PNP cannot move the country where we need it to go.